Now get in your arm. Here we go. Inside the body. Inside the body. Other leg. Alright.
What's the
Good, Doc. Move it. Move it. Get it down hard. Get your arm in. Move it. Inside the body. Inside the body. Hey, inside the body. Inside the body. Inside the body. Turn around walking. Turn around walking.
up?
Boom, boom, boom. Alright, we're going to turn a little backwards today. So we got 3 hours. We're going to start at the top. We're going to go body and then we're going to go neutral. Okay? Alright, so we just kind of work our way backwards. So top, you guys understand what your goal is on top? What is it? Keep them down, right? What's the easiest way to keep them down? Anybody know? Yeah, forward pressure, we're going to get them flat, right? So if I can keep them flat and I can get cross wrist or get to a power position, I can keep them flat. Okay? So we're going to work on 2 places where you're going to finish whatever we do with the breakdown. It's called block ball points, or it's going to be a cross wrist. Okay? So that's what I'm going to show you first, and then we're going to work our way and what you got. Okay? Just so you can see the ending. Okay? So when I go
Do you want me to go in there?
Go over there.
Cross wrist. Everybody see that? No matter how. Okay? I'm going to circle out to the other side, and I'm going to forward pressure down, and I'm going to keep my cross wrist until we move to the back. Alright? So that's one. That's easy, right? Go top cross wrist, put your shoulder on the opposite side. Right? Okay? So no matter where I get the cross wrist, I'm going to drive it flat, I'm going to get to the opposite side, I'm going to keep my shoulder in the back. Okay? If I can do that, you're not lost. Okay? The second one is a little bit more difficult. Okay? If you go to the zoo camps, you teach it. Okay? It's called block ball points. Okay? Whether I chop or spiral, I'm going to get to this inside wrist. So if I chop and put his elbow down, I'm going to grab his inside wrist, and then I'm going to drive forward with my elbow on his tricep. Okay? So right here, if that's his tricep, I'm going to keep my elbow on him. Okay? And I still have his wrist. Okay? Inside shoulder is going to go to his back. Here's flat. His back leg is going to strap. Okay? So it's knee in, foot out. Okay? So I have his wrist. I'm going to keep my elbow in his tricep, and I'm going to keep my shoulder in his back. So that's 1, 2. Number 3 is I'm going to put my hand above his knee. Okay? Number 4, I'm going to put my head right behind his tricep, and I'm going to push off his back foot. Alright? So I'm going to block all points. 1, 2, 3, 4, and I'm going to put my head behind his tricep, number 4, and I'm going to push off the back foot. What you'll see is once I get him flat, I don't have to do a ton of work to keep him flat. He's got to figure out how to do a push-up from there. Okay? So if I can get to the right position, put the right pressure on him, he's got to do a push-up. What happens if he's doing a push-up the whole match? He's getting tired. Right? And I'm not doing any work. If you guys get to the position when we get there, I want the bottom guy to have to do a push-up. And if he can't do a push-up and you're doing no work on top, then you got it right. Okay? And then I can work the turns. So if I can get this guy flat with the cross wrist to block up points, I can essentially wear him out, and I can get to my turns whenever we get there. Okay? Alright, you want to see either one of them again? Or both? Alright, so the first one is just a chop to a cross wrist. Whether I go headbutter or I go chop, I'm going to get his wrist across his body, cross wrist. Okay? I'm not going to stay on the side I chop. I'm going to jump sides and I'm going to drive forward. Okay, and shoulder in the back, I'm off my knees. There's a ton of pressure. He still has to do a push up here. Right? And if I'm off my knees with pressure, I don't have to do a lot of work up there. Okay? Another thing too you guys got to think about is if I'm off to the side on top, typically the ref is looking at that and going, I'm doing the work and he's doing nothing. So what happens? Softball, right? So he's getting worn out because he's got to do a push-up. I'm not doing a ton of work, but I look like I'm working. Okay? So that's good for the ref, right? Alright, block all points. You can go spiral to it, or you can go chop to it. Once I put his elbow down, I'm going to go inside wrist, and then I'm going to drive forward with my elbow flare. Okay? Circle, circle, circle. 1. Okay? Shoulders in the back. Straddle 2. Okay? So knees in, foot out. Anybody wants to turn? Yeah, go this way. Alright, so once I get flat with this wrist, that's 1, 2, knee in, foot out. Got it? Okay? Hand is on the knee or on the mat. Trick question. Why wouldn't I put it on this knee? You can still slide up, right? I'm basically just trying to block this knee. So I'm gonna put it right above it, put my shoulder in the back. I'm gonna put my head behind the tricep, and this back foot is just gonna push up. Do push up. Okay? So if I do that right, that's what it should look like. That guy should try to do a push-up and he's got no pose if I'm doing it right. Okay? If you feel like your partner does do a push-up, usually it's with that hand where your head is at, and all I need to do is push forward with my head. Okay? So we're going to go chop, cross, wrist, get there, arm position off to the side, and we're going to block all points. Okay? And then we'll start there. Ready? 1, 2, 3. Okay? That's why we're starting backwards, so you know where you need to finish. Okay? So first move on top, before we go over breakdown to that, I want to go backward. Alright, so this guy jumps really fast. I want to make sure I stop this first move. So if I'm in referee's position, I'm going to go too fast. I'm going to put my knees right behind the gut. So if I jump it, I can jump that over. Forward. Okay? So off the whistle, we're going to go thigh pry, and I'm going to cut my knees behind the butt and drive forward. So that's going to stop this first move. Okay? Once I get there, off the whistle, I go thigh pry, crowd, run forward, I'm put him on his hand. See the weight on his hands? Okay? And I can jam my knee into his thigh if I need to, right? Okay? I go thigh pry, knees. Okay? I'm gonna go to chop first. So I'm gonna go sideways, and I'm gonna chop. Right? Not like this. Right? Okay? Why don't we chop like that? Because it doesn't work most of the time. Okay? So I'm gonna grab around his elbow crease, and I'm gonna pivot. As I jam my knee in his butt, I'm gonna shove him over. Okay, see the knee? Right? Now where are we going? It's right there, right? There's my cross stitch from sides, there's my block off points around. Right? Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay? So the first move on any of these breakdowns, we go spiral waist ankle. We're going to go thigh pry. We're going to put our knees in his butt and we're going to jam him forward on his hands. If his weight's on his hands, most of the time he's not coming up to his knee. Right? If I don't put pressure forward, he can stand up. If I stay back here, he can stand up. Right? See that? No pressure. If I jam him forward on his hands, stand up. Stand up. Alright? Okay? So you're going to jam knees and jam forward as we go to every single one of them. Okay? So that was your chop. Let's do it again. Off the whistle. Thigh pry. Jam. Run forward. Knees on his hands. Alright? I'm going to go tight waist. I'm going to go chop. Pivot. Back knee is going to push him over. Cross rest. Okay? Good? Okay? Alright? We'll go all 3 of them. Okay? I'm going to go spiral and waist angle 2. Okay? So off the whistle, we'll go jam. Run. He's on his hands. I'm going to cup underneath the armpit and keep the thigh pry. And I'm going to circle. There's my spiral, and then I have my wrist for what? Block all points. Okay? You guys know spiral? Some of you don't? Alright. So off the whistle we go. Thigh pry, knees on the butt, jam, heavy on the hand. Cup, circle until I get to his wrist. Okay? And then there's my block off point. Okay? Good? Guys think you can do 3 things? Yeah? Alright, one more. Alright, so now last breakdown. What is my last breakdown? I got a couple more, but basic. Waist angle. Yeah? Okay. So if I go jam, and he's on his hands, I can go tight waist, I can grab the ankle, I can run him sideways. There's my wrist. Okay? And then I just pull it across and I pull it up. Okay? So you see where we started backwards now? Okay? So if I jam and I go tight waist chop, I got cross wrist. If I go jam spiral, I got block off points. If I go jam waist ankle, got it? You want to see them all one more time real slow? Okay. Alright. So off the whistle we go jam, knees. Drive. Just heavy down his hands, right? Tight waist, chop, okay. cross wrist with my block up punch together when you want to break. And then as we finish, we're going to get them flat the whole time. Okay? So jam, 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 jam. Spiral. There's my wrist. Block off point. Okay? And then last one is tight waist ankle. Jam, 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 jam. Switch off to the side. Tight waist ankle. And I don't drive you forward. Okay? If he's strong here and he's holding on, we're not going to run this guy forward. He's just going to brace. So I'm going to run him to the side. Then I'm going to start. Okay? Good. And all three. So thigh fly, jam, go all three breakdowns, and I want you to either get to cross wrist or block all points to finish. Got it? Ready? 1, 2. Offense from there, right? So just think about it this way. This is why he does it. Okay? So go flat. So if I get wrist number 1, I get straddle number 2, hand, head. 1, 2, 3, 4, right? If I let my head up and he posts his hand, what do I have over here? I have half. I can jump sides and I can half now because he just stepped up. So if I release a point, I have a turn. Okay? If I take pressure off of this and he comes up, I'm going to take that wrist across his body, underneath him, and then I'm going tilt. Right? If I let inside leg come up, I'm going to throw a short leg in, I'm going across body. Okay? If he opens up the hip over here, I have a tilt again. So essentially the reason why we do that is because I can let one of the points off with the pressure and I can turn up. Okay? Alright? So I'm going to work on that half and then we'll work on a tilt from a cross wrist. Okay? Because you're going to be in that position most of the time. Okay? So we block all points. Once I break them down, and you guys are going to do all the breakdowns still. Just because I'm not doing it doesn't mean you have to do all of it. Okay? So I'm going to go 1, 2, 3, 4, press. And I'm going to go to a half. Okay? So I'm going to take my head up. What's he going to do usually? Yeah, here he comes, right? There's my half up on his neck. I'm going to jump sides, okay? As I did this half, most of the time, you're not just going to run a half on somebody, okay? Unless you should have pinned him already, okay? What's he going to do? He's going to try to square up, and he's going to try to maybe come to his knees, okay? So from here, I'm going to tuck his head. I'm going to keep the wrist. Most of the time with this wrist, I grab the back of his palm. Show you why later. Okay? I'm going to jam my knee underneath his body, and I'm going to rip him across and put his shoulder down over my other knee. Okay? Now I'm going to freeze. Okay, so once I have his shoulder down and he's kind of level with the ground here, straight up and down, I'm going to slow down and I'm going to take my knuckles to his chest with my head. And then I'm just going to put my forehead down. Alright, so straddle 1, 2, 3, 4. Alright? Once I take my head off and he posts, I'm going to jump sides, I'm going to dig my half underneath his neck, okay? I have his wrist. Once he comes up, I'm going to tuck his head, right? If you need to run, that's fine. Okay? I'm going to jam my knee under, rip across. Okay? There's his shoulder on the ground. Alright? We're not going to rush it though. I'm in control now, so I'm going to slow down. Okay? If I start going like this, and I didn't get my knuckles to his chest, and he sits up into me, I'm like, okay? And once you put his shoulder down and you have his back up and down from the ground, vertical from the ground, I'm going to make sure that I dig my knuckles into his chest before I do my half, okay? 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay? Half. Jump sides. We'll start driving and tuck his head. I'm going to jam this inside knee in, rip across to my opposite knee, put his shoulder down. Now I'm going to slow down, go chest to chest, dig my hand all the way to his chest with my knuckles, and squeeze and put my forehead down. Okay? You guys good there? You're not good there? No? One more? Alright, we'll talk about that versus the same. Alright, so 1, 2, 3, 4. Pop my head up. He posts and jump sides. Okay? He starts coming up, I'm going to tuck his head, jam my knee in, rip across his body, put the shoulder down. Okay? Hang on. Hang on. Okay, right when I get here, I'm gonna take my knuckles all the way to his chest. Okay, see how that sunk my chest back? If I go like this, and I stay here and I drive, he sits up, I'm in trouble. It's not even tight on his neck anyway.
Taking that on.
Once I put his shoulder down, take your hand to his knuckles to his chest, put your forehead down and squeeze. Good? Alright, ready, 1, 2. And now the shoulder's locked up. Okay? So when you do a half or a wing and you have the other wrist, it's much better to hold the back of the palm, right? Because it almost locks out of the shoulder. Go ahead and shoot your arm. Okay? Alright, so the reason I do that is when I'm getting my half now, if I hold this the right way, he can't roll his hand out when I have my half. So now if I can't make my half the right way, I'm going to jump sides, and I'm going to jam my knees underneath his elbow. And I'm just going to walk his elbow over his head. Okay? Somebody else come over here so we don't hurt. No. Alright, I got one. Alright, so no matter what side you guys do you have, your upper hand is going to be back of the head. Okay? So that I can be dangerous from either side. Does that make sense? If I just have the wrist and he rolls out, I'm going to be dangerous on side 2. Okay? I want to be dangerous on both sides. Okay? So if I hold his wrist the right way, the back of his palm and I take my half, now I'm dangerous on both sides. So if I can't get this half and I rip across, I can jump sides. Right? And then I'm going to walk shoulder to the ear. Okay? Alright? So when we run a wing, and even this is the same thing as a wing kind of, the shoulder goes to the ear. Okay? You guys want to see a normal wing? Does everybody know a wing, chicken wing? No? So if I was going to jam a chicken wing, I wouldn't try to run around his head like this. I would try to take his shoulder to his ear and run across his head. Alright, so if I tuck him, I would try to take his shoulder to his ear. Ear. Okay? Because then this guy can't sit up. Got it? Okay. So now when I'm digging the half and I grab the back of the palm, it's the same thing. If he sits up and I can't half him, and I have the palm, I'm going to jump sides. Okay, so back of the palm, half, and I'm going to keep that wrist tight. Now as I try to rip and drive my half and I can't do it, because he's fighting and maybe he's running that way, I'm going to put his head down, I'm going to jump sides, and I'm going to get my knees underneath his elbow. All that right there is blocked out. He can feel it, but it doesn't feel good. Okay? I'm just going to walk nice and slow around his head, shoulder to his ear. Okay? Alright, so get good at ripping across with the half. If you hold the wrist the right way, I can jump sides and be dangerous on the left side. Good? Okay, let's work on it. Ready, 1, 2. So if I do this fast, really the lower body should come up and his head should come down. Okay? You can't slam on it. It should land either on his shoulder or his hands. Okay? Alright? So when I pick him up, I'm trying to set his head down. Okay? Yeah. Okay? Now where am I going? Where am I going? Yeah, 1, 2, 3, 4. Or across wrist if he's up, right? Okay? So you gotta be able to bring him down. You're not gonna want to pull the guy on top of you. Right? Pull the guy on top of you, he's got good hips, he's probably gonna finish your reversal. Okay? I'll put you under that. Okay? So we're gonna go big lift, my inside shoulder's on his back, I'm gonna step off the top of him, put his head down. Okay? 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay? Good there? Yeah. Okay. You're going to work on that. I'll show you real quick so we can move on to bottom in just a second, okay? When you get your guys, sometimes every that guy up is a little harder, right? Okay? So I'm going to get to the same place with my hand, right? Right here. And all I'm going to do is keep that tight waist, and I'm going to take my knees down to his ankle. And then I'm going to post and shove. Okay? And I have this pinch hard enough where if I throw him away, I have this tight. Right? So after I throw him away, I'm going to climb 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay? Alright? I'm not going to pull him back on top of me, I'm not even hooking that ankle. Okay? This right here, This can get you in trouble. This will get you in trouble if they got good balance, right? If I go like this and miss, he's on top of me, okay? So I got my lift and return. If I can't pick him up, just not happening, I'll go back to my tight waist. I'll take my knees down, put all my pressure down, and I'm gonna pinch this tight. Okay? And I'm gonna post my hand, I'm gonna shove it. Okay? 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay? You watch Penn State guys, and even keeping O'Toole, they ride with that ankle with the knees. That's where they're at. Okay? Good there? Okay, ready, 1, 2. Feel that? Right, that's inside of you. Okay? Like if I didn't pinch, I shouldn't be falling down to my ankle. I'm not gonna fall like this and be really loose. He's gonna get away from me, right? The other thing too is I'm not staying here. Some of you guys are getting that body lock to go lift and return, and then we're staying like this when we drop. Where did my hands go?
Once on the ground.
Yeah. So if I drop down that hitch hard and I grab the back of this hip, I'm gonna poke and shove him over it. And then this is great. Steal that. Okay? If I don't do the pinch right, the rest of the move's not gonna work. Okay? And I also can't see out his hips. Okay? Once I get here, grab that little bone you feel in his hip. Go. Okay? Right, ready, 1, 2. Arm in, and I can circle right. Okay? Most of the time they're gonna be tight and spiral the whole time. Okay? If they get loose on you and they don't have that inside thigh prime really tight, you can go hard and then turn into them really easy. For big guys, that's probably where you guys wanna go. You bigger guys, we'll work on that one with you guys. Okay? Alright? So, gotta go spiral. I'm gonna brace. Yep, I'm gonna brace. I'm gonna quad. Okay? Alright, so as you start lifting, you try to drop the scale, I'm gonna stay in this position. Once he gets off away from me a little bit and he's still driving, I'm gonna go knee hip with my inside knee. So I'm gonna take this knee over here. Okay? It's gonna knee hip and I'm gonna kind of sit on my legs and I'm gonna bounce up. Okay? So I'm gonna pivot, put my back towards him, and I'm gonna bounce back up to my feet. If I can, if I can. Alright? So he's going to go spiral on quad. Okay? Spot down here. Inside knee is going to bounce here. I'm going to put my back to his chest. Boom. Back to his chest. My head's up. Okay? Most of the time with that motion, he's going to start running forward. So where should I go? Up to my feet, right? And I'm going to put a hand in the pocket and chop. Okay? Cool. Alright, so brace, quad lock. Inside knee is going to bounce, and I'm going to keep turning this way. Okay, I'm not going to bounce and then come up this way. Why not? It already looks awkward, doesn't it? What if he drives forward? Okay? Alright, so once the motion starts, you got to keep going that way. Okay? So brace, knee dip, back to chest. Head up, stand it up, put in a hand in the pocket right away. Okay? I'm going to work on not letting him get his hands locked, but once I get up, I should make sure I don't let him get his hands locked. So, hands in the back pocket. Okay? I'm going to chop it and turn it towards the side. Okay? Alright, one more time. You go spiral. Okay? I go knee dip. Keep turning, and back okay? See how I turn a lot of hands? Back okay? If I keep it here, that's hands locked. Okay? This, I'm in trouble. If he knows how to lift and return, we just went through, we're in trouble. Okay? Alright, so once I get up, before he gets his hands locked, I'm going to go back pocket. Okay? So I get up, back pocket. Okay? You see that? I'm going to chop, turn. Got it? Okay, ready, 1, 2. My back pocket right away and I stop this lock. Good. Step 2 is I'm not turning that way. Alright? The whole movement, if I need him to my left knee and I kept going right. Everything is right. Okay? So if I go back pocket like this and turn like this, tight waist gets tighter and he can put his hand back. Okay? So if I need him to my right, keep going to your right. So back pocket, I'm still going to my right the whole time. There's my chop. And I'm back to rest. Got it? So right when you come up, it's gotta be back pocket. If he locks his hands, we're gonna have to fight there. Right? Okay, so get into your back pocket and keep turning to your right. Ready, 1, 2. Alright, so partner, you're gonna chop slowly. Go ahead. Alright, I'm gonna straighten my arm out. I'm gonna try to put my shoulder next to my ear. I'm gonna sit back into my butt. Alright, so watch this in. Alright, so once I put my ear to my shoulder and I straighten my arm out, I'm gonna sit back a little bit. Okay, so he stops the chop. Once I stop his chop, I'm gonna knee walk away a little bit and I'm gonna go back to the position I was in after my knee dip. Okay, so I'm gonna go knee walk away and get a little bit of space and I'm gonna pivot. Okay, so I took all the pressure off this chop. I stopped the motion so I don't buckle my elbow. Okay, I'm gonna knee walk and get a little bit of space and I'm gonna pivot back into my knee dip position. Right? I'm not gonna be able to bounce here because I wasn't up in a quad pod. So I need to be ready to go. Either he's gonna shove me back a little bit or he's gonna push me forward. So watch my hand. Right? So I'm gonna chop. My ear goes to my shoulder. I shoot my arm. I sit back to the side. Right? So all my weight's back here. Right? I'm gonna get a little bit of space and I'm gonna pivot. Now watch the pivot. My feet are not gonna leave the ground. Okay? Alright? And then head and chest up. Okay? On this side, it's gonna be my post hand. This side, I'm gonna keep my hand next to my body. If I feel like he's pulling hard enough with this hand, I'll hand right back and out there. I'm gonna come back to his wrist, use my elbow, and I'm gonna tuck it back out and just grab my knee. Okay? I'll talk to you about this arm in a second. This hand has to be on the mat, because if you pull me backside, I'm just gonna come back into it. Come back into it. Okay, shove me forward. It's my post to push. Right, to shove forward. Alright, shove. Okay? Good there? Okay. So chop again. Sit slightly into my butt. Don't let this elbow go here. Okay? So my job is not to let that elbow go down. I'm going to take my ear to my shoulder, straighten it, butt back, knee walk away, pivot. Boom. Okay? Right, if I feel like he's holding on tight with this, I'll shove that out and bring my elbow back in, cover my knee. Mother knee can be on his wrist or on the mat. But if the cold hand pushes me, that's my post hand. So I'll just move like this. Right? And once he pushes me forward where I can lunge up, I'm coming up with him. So if he starts shoving forward, I just come up with him. If I hit that, I hit like that. Okay? Good there? See it one more time?
One more time, coach.
Alright, so chop is stiff arm, so I'm going to straighten it, and I'm going to put my ear next to my shoulder, and I'm going to sit back side. Knee walk away, 1, 2, pivot. Here and here, right? If this one's in there, it's not tight. If he starts thigh prying, I'm getting my elbow back in there. Okay? Right? And then I'm back in. There's my post hand, okay? He's going to have to shove you forward eventually. If you stay here and he keeps pulling you back and you stay in a good position, he's going to have to shove you forward. Okay, go ahead, shove me. Up. Hands, right? And we're going to work on this hand in a second. We'll talk about it in a second, okay? But I'm not going to let this go like this. Right? So if my hand was already there, that hand should never come back in, right? So I don't go like this, because there's space here. Keep my hand next to my body, right? And then there's my fingers, and then my hand. Okay, good? Okay, ready? 1, 2. All the way out, so this, so some of you guys are knee dip and then slide your foot out like you're trying to sit out, and you're giving the hips back to me, right? So if they're good at cleaning, there's my legs, there's my power halves, right? I don't want to be here, right? It may work sometimes, like if you see your hips out and try to do like a hip heist, that's fine, it may work sometimes. Just know the guys that are cleaning, their legs are coming back in, triceps are coming back in, like that's coming, right? That's where I want you to be. You got to the right position where I have to really fight to put you back down, and he's got his knee tucked. Go to your knee slide position. This is much harder to try to get you back down. I have to really work to get you back down right here. If you sit to your butt, you just gave everything back to the sit. Right? That's where I have to get you flying anyway. So it may work. I'm not saying it won't, because you can hip my side of there fast and pretty quick, right? But if you give the hips back to me, you just listen all that movement. Good? So remember, it's here. Right? Never sat out. Never gave him this hip back. Okay? So when you need it, it's here. If I get the knee slide, it's here. Right? All that stuff looks the same, right? Okay? Alright, what's the last breakdown? 3. Alright, waist angle. Okay. Alright, the biggest thing in the waist angle is you got to put the pressure back, and I'm not going to pick my foot up. Okay? If I pick my foot up, it goes waist angle, and I pick my foot up, it's getting run forward. Okay? So it's going to look the same, just like we did last time. I'm going to plant it, and then I'm going to pivot over it and plant my foot. Okay? Now, back foot, remember this back foot has to move. It pivots back in so I can sit on it. And then I'm going to get enough pressure away from this foot that his hand comes off the ankle. Right? So if I keep it tight, you can still hold on. But if I go like this, there's the hand off. Right? And I didn't need to use my hands for anything, right? Just brace myself and pivot. Okay? So now here, what's going to happen most of the time? He's still driving forward like this. He's probably going to drive forward, right? There's my hand. Right? Okay? So you see how all three of them kind of look the same? All the same thing. Okay? So place myself. I'm going to plant and put my heel down. Right? Hand him up. His back foot has to pivot towards him so I can sit underneath it. There's my lunge position. He's going to drive forward. Probably going to keep going to that side. Back pocket, shove. Okay? Everything was to the right. If he's on the other side, everything will be to the left. Good? So all looks the same, right? Okay? If you can handle it, you want to see one more time? One more time. Alright, brace, pivot back, when he comes up, I put my heel down, push, back pressure, hands coming off. Right? Okay? And I can start fighting where there's my hand on my knee, there's my fingers. Now he's got to do Scott running for it. Okay?
So what if in this guy that's behind,
you mean I let him pick my foot up?
Yeah, how you sit his foot up, what if he just keep his hand down and then just...
If his hands are long, he might be able to.
Yeah. See how it slides up, like what if he just keeps it right there?
Well, just try to keep your hand on it. That's fine. Try to keep your hand on it. Yeah. Try to keep your hand on it. Right? That shin, there's nothing there, right? So even if he's got long hands, he's keeping it there. Even if he's here, like there's nothing there. Because the angle of my foot should, if he drives me forward and keeps driving for it, guess where I'm going? Go, drive. Right? So it's just getting the foot where it's not like this. Because if he's here, my knee's over my toe, I'm gonna get jerked forward because I can't stand up. But if I pivot it and shove back, I should be able to stand up anytime somebody runs me forward, right? Good question though. Good? Okay, ready, 1, 2. Hand. Right? See that? So I'm basically grabbing the top of my knee and I put my elbow back to basically it falls along my hip crease. Okay? And the reason why is because most people will go like this. Those guys with long arms, or they're just gonna make cross wrist, I just gave them this pocket right here. I don't know that pocket. And guess what you're gonna do? You're gonna come up like this, and he's got his hands on when I come up because I didn't cover this pocket. Okay? So once I pivot like this, I cover. And most likely there's no hand there. If it is, I'm just going to go really quick with a push, elbow. Okay? Alright? And then when I come up, I go like this. Okay? If I don't have a hand. If I already have a hand in the back pocket, I can open up and I can go cut. Right? And I'm going to stay here like this. So I'm going to cover that and I'm going to start getting this other hand. Once I get this other hand, that shouldn't be locked, and put it in my back pocket, I can stand and I can cut. Okay? Alright, so watch it in motion. So he's got this side covered already, right? So when I go and open up and I go like this and I go here, I'm just going to go boom, elbow. Before I come up. Okay? And now look when he drives me forward, watch. Keep up, quiet. Okay. See that? So what happened? He's trying to dig his hand in right now, I can feel it. It's not coming in. Right? And then I'm still in a good stance where I can go back pocket and then I'm cutting. Okay? So now watch it. Alright. Okay, we'll work on that. Okay, so after I pivot, knee, hand by your elbow, cover, okay, grab it for Now watch the hand if I put it out my head. pocket block all the way up to my feet and make it easy on you. Okay? Get your knee. Right here. Okay? And if you start stepping, I just get my elbow back tighter. If you have short arms like me, I'm going to be like this. Right? If you got long arms, you can cover your knees just fine. Put your elbow on your head. Okay, but this is where I want to be. If I need to hand fight the hands out, I just push out, push out, push out, push out, push out. Okay? Alright, so your question on maybe driving forward? Alright, you're saying when I get to my feet, you see I'm running forward? Okay, drive me forward. Drive me forward. Okay. Alright. Good there? Okay. After you get used to that, we'll work on letting me have the hands locked and how I stay up, right? We'll fight the hands and we'll stay up. But we don't want to get there to begin with. Got it? Let's do it again. Okay, you pick one of the three. You just did. You just do all. Okay? You go sideways angle. Hand over it. No, hand. See how sideways angle? He doesn't have his hand on a sideways angle? I'm good. Right? So now I'm going to go head chest up. Okay, got it. Kept that pocket block. Got his fingers to the back pocket, and I can turn. Okay. Good. Alright, ready, 1, 2. This is where I would not want to be right here, right? I would already block those pockets. So, first thing I want to understand is that how many seconds about is the ref going to call stalling if this guy doesn't bring you down? 5 seconds. Okay? So just think about that because the strategy plays into every match, right? So if I can stay on my feet for at least 6 to 10 seconds, I'm going to get a stall. If he continues to do it, it's stall 1. Stall 1, stall 2. Right? So I can score points here, but I can also put him in a place where at the end of the match, if it's close, and I can run him out of bounds or I take a shot out of bounds, I'm going to get a stall call at 1 within the match. Right? So just think about it here now. My goal now is to stay on my feet. I got it. Okay? So what I'm going to do is I'm going to bend over a little bit, and a good stance, I'm going to take my hands to his knees. Okay, and I'm just going to watch his feet. So as you step next to step to one side, I'm step in front. Step to the other side, step in front. Okay, how many seconds is that? About 5, 6 seconds, right? So I should be getting a stall call right now, right? Okay. If I don't let him step in front of me and pick me up, it's a good thing, right? I just got to count in my head. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. If he drops, if he does this, I'm just going to step over his foot. Okay? If he drops down to my knee like we talked, or his knees like we talked about, I'm going to, before he pinches, I'm out of that, right? Go ahead. Stand back up. Stand back up. Before he starts pinching, I'm going to step my foot up. Okay? I don't want that. If I know he's good at that, I'm stepping back. I'm just going to step over the foot. Okay? So I'm leaning over and a good step. I'm going to block his 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. How many softballs I get? 2. Hopefully 2. The rest better be calling me. Okay? Alright? So my job is to lean over in a good stance, put my hands above his knees in a V-block position, just step over the feet as he moves. Got it? Yeah. Okay? After 5 or 10 seconds, what's he going to do? He'll let go, he's going to drop down to your feet. Okay? There's 2 places he's going to go. He's either going to go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. He's going to go like this. Alright, that's fine. I got my 1 and I got softball. Right? Okay? What else is he going to do? Okay? Alright, so let's think about that one really quick. What's he have to do with this to get to my ankles? Absolutely. Okay? So now when he starts letting go, I'm going to grab his hands. Okay? See that? I'm blocking his knees, he starts letting go. Catch him, and then I'm just going to put him behind my back. I'm going to put my butt in his face. Okay, go ahead. Try to grab my legs. Okay? If I stand up while I'm doing this, you're in trouble. Alright, grab my feet. Alright? Because he's going to drop down, he's going to put his shoulder underneath my butt, I'm in trouble. He's going to run forward. Okay? So the reason why I lean over, that's right here. Okay? He can't grab my feet, and if he does and he drops all the way down, I'm just going to fall on his back. Oh, man, nice. Okay? Alright? That's good there? Okay. So blocking me, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 in my head. He's either going to cut me, I got my 1 in a stall. Or he lets go, as he lets go, I can grab those hands, put them behind my back, and just put my butt in his face. Okay? The idea there then is either I stay there for another 5, maybe get another stall call, or when I feel comfortable, I'm getting ready to turn. Okay? Good? But it's all, the whole thing was like this. Right? It wasn't, none of that was like this. Okay, so once I stand up, I have my pockets locked, you would have some hands locked anyway. Let's say I didn't get there. I'm just gonna get back down, there's my knees, there's my knees, there's my knees, there's my knees, there's my hands. Okay? You guys got it? Okay, ready, 1, 2? To the chair, hands tight. Guess what's gonna happen if you touch that? You're gonna sit into that chair. Okay? Right? If you guys know how to do RDLs in the weight room? Yeah. Right? There's my knees. I'm gonna block knees from here. Okay, I'm not trying to sit into a chair. I don't want that. If he pulls me back, I should be in a position where I'm leaning forward. We did the gut wrench run for a reason earlier. Remember where you had to be when you jumped on your back? You had to be leaning forward in an RDL. Because if you were like this, you were getting pulled backwards. If you were like this, you were getting pulled backwards. So that gut wrench run is for grip and for my balance right here. Right? As he jumps on my back and holds on to me and pulls me back, I should be able to just walk. Right? But if I sit down or I lean way back, he's going to pull me back. Got it? Okay. Think about a couple things. I'm not going to spend too much time on it because I want to do some neutral with you. If my hand was here and he tried to reach over and lock his hands, I'm going to bicep curl and pinch it. Okay? If he tries to reach back in, I'm going to put my hand back down. So take that up. Chop him back down. Tries to lock his hands again. I pinch, come over. Relax. Or I have to hurt you. Alright? Bicep curl to my ear. Right? Now where am I going if I have this pinch? Think about my position here. You got long arms and you try to reach over the top. Over. Right? And then I'm just going to hand fight on this side. So I pinch, it reaches back down. Chop. Pinch. Chop. Pinch. Chop. Pinch. Okay? Alright? So you can hand fight from there if the guys are long. The other place on your behind you, sometimes they'll reach inside and they'll go claw and try to pick you up. They'll step out in front and try to pick you up. Right? Like this. Yep. Okay. So watch my feet. If I'm in this position where he got his hands locked, when he starts reaching inside, I'm going to pinch my knees together. See that little movement? Now where's his hand at? Yeah, perfect time. It is in the back pocket, that's right. Perfect time to go back pocket and reach it across. Okay? So if I'm in the right position, I should be pulled back. But if I'm leaning forward and my feet are kind of close and he starts reaching between my legs, I'm just going to pinch my knees. Okay? There's my back pocket for my hand. Okay? So those two tricks with the chop, 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 and then pinch your knees. Save you some time to get to your feet. You got that? Good there? Alright, let's work on our feet. What's our first line of defense? If you got shoes on me, what's my first line of defense?
We worked on it yesterday.
What body part?
Hips.
My hips? No, that's your last one. First line of defense. Hands are second. What's my first? Yeah, there you go. Alright, so, if I put my hands on his shoulders and his head's lower than me, who's going to win? He is going to win. Right? So my hands aren't going to do much there. If my hands were here, probably stop him a little bit, but if he runs his feet, I'm still in trouble. If my face is in there, go ahead, shoot. First line of defense is your head. Okay? So you guys are going to go out, and this is what we're going to do. He's going to line up in the line. I'm just going to make sure my head's lower than this. Right? I'm going to put it in his forehead, or if I hand fight, I'm going to go to his neck. Okay, now anytime you start shooting, I'm just going to rattle my head and go shoot. Okay? If my head is up, my hands are not stronger than his body. Okay? Some people are good at getting their feet back with their hands in there, that's how they wrestle. Trust me, if you can get your head in the right place, it's going to save you a lot of trouble trying to get that guy into your legs, right? So even if he takes a shot and I catch him here, who's going to win? Most likely. Probably him. right? So did my hands do much? I might have stopped his movement a little bit, but if I didn't get my legs back right, he's still running through a shot, right? Compared to, I can put my hands behind my back. Go. Right? So did my hands do anything at all? Not really. Okay? So go out a little bit, and I want you to put your forehead a little bit lower than his, or in his neck, and I just want the guy to take shots left and right. So it'll look like this. So if he puts his head in my neck, I'm going to shoot high crouch, he's going to get away. I'm going to switch sides. I'm going to shoot high crouch, he's going to get away. Okay? And you just make sure you sprawl away. Okay? So watch. He shoots on me, I'm just going to get my head down. I'm going to go over here. He's going to sprawl. Okay? So if he did that high crouch, where do my feet go? Away from his shot, right? So watch again. There's my head. He's going to shoot across here. I'm going to circle my feet this way. Go. Okay, now we switch sides. There's my head. He's going to shoot across. I'm going to circle outside. Got it? That's what you're just going to do, back and forth. Okay? You can grab elbows, inside thighs, put your head in his neck or his forehead. Circle away from the shot. You can't really shoot a double. Unless you need space. Okay, so think about that, spin your stance. If I'm here, he can shoot a double, right? Shoot a double. Okay? It's a little bit of space, I'd like him to shoot a double. If I don't give him space, he can't shoot a double. Okay? If he did shoot a double, I'd still bow. It would look like this. From outside, he's got a little bit of space to move. Okay? My head got in there and I pushed myself back. Okay, and we're going to work on that with some rear shots here in a second. Good question. Anything else before we drill? Good? Alright, so just get your head in there and you're circling your feet away, right? The whole movement should look like this. That's it. Okay? Good? Ready? 1, 2.
Because they just started playing, so.
Circle away. Circle this way. Circle this way. Head to it. What you do? So, I'm trying to get in tight. I'm going to grab inside thighs or his elbows wherever I need to go, right? And I'm going to put my head in his neck, and as he shoots, I'm going to lay him and move my feet. Right? That's it. Okay? Now, the question is, do you move one foot up in the air or both feet? What do you guys think? What's safer? Here, both feet. Why is 2 feet moving safer? Yeah, misdirection or reshot, absolutely. So think about this, guys that are good at reshots, Jordan Burroughs, Luke Lowell, we plant 1 foot, we are done, right? So watch this. If I go like this and leave this one planted, I just put this one up, and he circles out here and goes to his knees, boom. Right? So I'm not saying 1 foot is bad, but 2 feet moving just saves yourself time, right? So it should just look like this. Right? This is fine. Like that guy that does a reshot, that's fine. Because you're trying to win state though, right? Or nationals or world, that guy's gonna reshot. Right? So just get used to it. Doesn't matter who you wrestle, just move both feet. Because if you took the right angle with your feet, I should have a reshot or a short offense to score, right? So if he shoots and goes all the way to his hands and knees, let's go. Right? Would that have happened if I put 1 foot up and stayed there? No, absolutely not. Okay? You guys got that? Okay, so 2 feet, cover the space. For distance, right? Because you're not always going to get in tight. Some people wrestle like this the same way you wrestle like that, right? Yeah? Okay. You just got to be fast and your hands and your head got to go down. You got to get used to it. Sometimes you're going to get headbutt the first couple times you do this. Okay? So if he's wrestling from outside and I'm staying out here, as he fakes, hands go down. Right? And I'm typically going to circle outside of his lead foot. Okay? So now we did the high crotch. I circled away from his lead foot. So if he fakes with his right, he fakes with his left. Right? So my head got down and my hands got down. Okay? Most people when you're first starting, your reaction is to go like this. Take a half. Right? It's it's like someone shoots a gun, you go like this and get scared, like your hands come up. If he fakes a shot, I'm not putting my hands up. You guys gotta get used to, when you flinch, it'll be like this. Right? Anytime he fakes, I go, right there, right? Yep, good. So that's what we're gonna do. Guy's gonna take fake shots. He's not gonna shoot all the way in, so you don't get headbutted this time. Head's down, hands are down, circle away from his lead foot. Okay? Right? If you watched 133 NCAA title last year, how did he score every time? Three shots. Right? You beat RBY because you reshot better than him. Right? Okay? Beat up. Yep. So first shot was a fake from RBY. Right here, you went like this, and Vito went here, and then fight. Right? That's how you won the match. That started the whole match. Okay? So get a little bit of space. This guy's gonna fake. I'm gonna put my hands and head down the bow, circle away from the lead part. Got it? Okay, ready, 1, 2. Good. Everybody got that. Look like you guys are doing good with that. If he takes a full shot, for the most part, not nice. If he takes a full shot, I'm still gonna get my head in there, but this time I'm gonna knee sprawl to a corner. Okay, it's gonna look a little bit different. I'm trying to get over there for a reason. Okay? Alright? So if he takes a full shot, I put my head down and I'm gonna push myself up. Push myself away to the knee sprawl. This is where I'm gonna be. Okay, stay. Alright, so you guys see where I'm at? Who's gonna win this fight if I run into him? You. Yeah. If I knee sprawl in front of him and I just go back, it's great for defense, but you're not gonna be able to reshot most of the time. So what I'm trying to do is once I put my head in there and I kind of circle away to a knee sprawl because he took a full shot, trying to get an angle over here. Okay? Lots of times it won't be this exaggerated. It might be like me just right next to his body. Okay? Jordan Burroughs is the best at this. Okay? If you watched Zahid Valencia and Jordan at Final X a couple years ago, the last 2 takedowns, Zahid took a shot, stayed on his knees, and Jordan got to his corner and planted his face right in his chest and ran him over. Right? But Zahid took both the shots. Okay? Alright? So if I can knee sprawl to the right corner, this guy's dead. Right? I can run through him right now. I'm just gonna grab his ankle, and then I'm gonna maybe put my head back in there and I'm gonna run through him. There's 2. Okay? Alright, so when I knee sprawl, I'm going to get to an angle where I'm perpendicular to him. Everybody know your angles? This is what? Parallel. This is perpendicular, right? So I'm going to push myself to my knees, and I'm going to plant my feet. Okay? I need to plant these feet for a reason. Why? Yeah, I gotta push, right? If I was doing bottom, it would look like this because I'm trying to stand up to the lug, right? But I'm not going to be here in a knee sprawl. I'm going to be here. Okay? And when I get ready to shoot, it's like a track runner. You guys have blocks? Anybody run track? A couple of you know how you put blocks? I'm gonna basically put my left foot up and then I'm gonna step forward and run at it. Right? Okay? If you're quick off your knees like Jordan is, you probably shoot like this, but most of the time it's gonna look like this. I'm gonna take a runner up, and then I'm gonna step and push as I run into it. Okay? Alright, we'll see it again really quick. Alright, so as you take the shot, bow, and slip off the side. Right? Okay? Right? You get really good at this in the transition from your knee sprawl to the push-off. Should be able to get to their ankles back there and run them over to their side. Okay? So that's what we're going to work on. I want you to knee sprawl to a corner where you're perpendicular. I want you to reach for an ankle. Far one if you can, near one if not. And I'm going to plant my face right in the side and run them over. Okay? And I've got to finish to a double. I've got to collect both legs. Okay? Whether it's outside or inside, I'm going to collect both legs and finish my takedown. Okay? Alright, so bow to up, 2. Ankle. Right? There's my head. Okay? Good? One more time. Go slow. When you get fast at it, then you can blow through your shot right away after you stop. But nice and slow. Grab that ankle, put your face where it needs to be, figure out where you can left both legs. Finish your shot. Okay? I'm telling you, if this guy in high school this guy takes 4 shots and you just knee sprawl and you took him down every time, he's going to stop shooting. Okay, because he's not going to want to shoot anymore. If they're smart, hey, this guy's good at reshots, I'm probably not going to shoot him. And you can start shooting. You can start scoring. Okay? Guys got it? Okay, ready? 1, 2. Starts coming up, I'm going to run her, and then I'm going to start exploding through him like I'm trying to tackle. Short chop, step over, run, there's my double. Right? You're trying to run him over. It may not look like that, you may not get your feet every time because you ran him over on his knees, but you're going to short chop and step into him and start running. You guys got it? Okay? Alright. On the ankle now, this is what it's gonna look like. Okay? If you go shot, I go push to the corner, and I get ready to go, and I'm gonna grab his ankle. Okay? He's not gonna react the same way every time he's wrestling different pins. Sometimes he might try to kick away and I have to grab his ankle, right? It might look like go, kick away. Right? And I might have to shuffle. Okay? Alright? So the reason why I'm grabbing his ankle is because if he squares up into me, my head goes in his chest into double. If he kicks away, I grab his laces and I have to shove. Right? If he stays on his knees, I'm pointing my head right to the side and letting him over. Okay? So there's three places it's usually going to look, right? I go here and I knee slow in the right place like this, and they look like this. Right? Okay? Or he's going to start kicking away that way. As I grab his ankle, I'm going to come up. Then I have to punch it. Okay? Or go shove in the back. Okay? Or he's going to square up and he's going to stand into me, which I need to come up to a double. Okay? So if I went like this and he stood up and came towards me, easy. Okay? Alright? So I'm grabbing his heel for a reason. If I just knee sprawl and I try to explode into him without grabbing, there's going to be some times that you're going to miss it. Right? Okay? So if I knee sprawl and I'm right here and I don't grab his heel and I start running into him, I might miss it if he runs away. Right? So we're knee sprawling to his heel. Okay? Knee sprawl, right? Depending on where he goes, that's where I'm gonna figure out where I need to go here. Yeah? Come on. I'll pick it up. Okay? Good there? Okay, let's work one more time with knee sprawl to a corner, get the heel. You then figure out where you need to finish from there. Got it? Set, go. Okay, then all four. Knee. Give me a big circle. Back down. Knee. Big circle. Good. Knee. Big circle. Back down. Knee down way. Okay. That's what the move is to the right. Alright, grab the table and face this way. One between 2 tape lines. Face that way.
Stand in the middle on one of the strips.
Okay. Face this way. Find your tape line.
Face that wall.
Alright.
Stand in the middle.
The rest of the stairs, I just want you to run, touch the tape line. Run, touch the tape line. Run. Okay, go. Go. Take it out.
Staying low, staying low. You gotta be close to the mat.
Run your feet faster. Run faster.
Quick.
Take it out. Stand up. If you can get that shape in direction like this, you should be able to run corners easier. If you just did that for 10 seconds, you got tired, we got some work to do. Okay? You should be able to run side to side and move those feet for a whole 6 minutes, right? So you got to work on that, right? So kick out. Go again. So quick, 10 seconds, go. Here we go. Go. You're gonna peek out and then pull over try your first shot. Okay, all the way up to your feet, and you got 7 feet. Okay, go back, bring your feet coming. Go! Ball shot, yes. Run again, run again, run again, run again. Go! Again.
Sprawl first. Sprawl first.